Good morning, and welcome to Michigan's Adventure, which is my home amusement park. It is not even opening day, it's season pass holder preview day. So what that should mean for me is light crowds, light lines, but I haven't been here in like 4 years, even though this is my home park. So I guess we're just gonna try to ride everything we can. Gonna try to give you a nice balanced experience of what it's like to be here at Michigan's Adventure. Park opened about 15 minutes ago. I just got here. Normally I like starting with Mad Mouse, the Arrow Wild Mouse that's behind you, but it's just testing. They have the queue blocked off, so we'll see. Let's just take a little look around. Next to me is or behind me is the corkscrew, which is an Arrow corkscrew, as you could probably guess. A lot of people say that our corkscrew is pretty rough, but I've actually never had that problem. I don't think there's many sounds better than an Arrow chain lift or an Arrow anti-rollback sound. Either this or Rock and Roller Coaster at Disney World was my first roller coaster that went upside down. So let's check it out. Let's see how corkscrew's going. Definitely a little shakier than I remember. I still think it's one of the better corkscrews out there. Some people say that this is like one of the worst, one of the rougher ones. I think it's totally fine. Just make sure you have the harness as low as you can comfortably go. If you kind of leave it with a little bit of room, there's more room to jostle. I had that thing pretty tight, and it was perfectly fine. That being said, it's currently stuck on the lift hill. It has been for like 15 minutes. And then I checked the app, and just looking around, I see maintenance going to Wolverine Wildcat, but Wildcat and Shivering Timbers both have not opened up for the day yet. Looks like they're gonna start corkscrew back up. So Mad Mouse isn't open either. So, you know, the very beginning of the year, I get it. Like I said, there's not a whole lot open right now. But man, I just wanna take a moment. I'm a huge proponent of Michigan's Adventure, but dude, this is one of the most beautiful parks, period. It's like, I don't think amusement park views get a lot better than this. It's just this nice little pond area, and you have corkscrew, you have Wildcat, which, God bless it, I hope it opens. But like I said, man, we're just taking it easy today. Thunderhawk is a Vekoma SLC, which people usually make fun of for being really bumpy rides. This one opened up here in 2009, but actually it was a relocated SLC from Geauga Lake, I want to say, which is in Ohio. Cedar Fair purchased Geauga Lake and promptly closed it because they saw it as competition to Cedar Point. So a few parks were lucky to receive kind of the leftovers from Geauga Lake, and Michigan's Adventure got the SLC. Now, for some reason, for how bad most SLCs are, Thunderhawk is actually a really smooth ride. So I guess you can just chalk it up to good maintenance, and I guess a ride that was probably just manufactured a little better, a little smoother than a lot of the other SLCs out there. It also received a new coat of paint in 2021, and it is looking phenomenal. The supports used to be yellow, but now the darker supports kind of make the track pop. So I'm gonna give this a ride next. I'm excited. No word on Shivering Timbers. No word on Wolverine Wildcat. I haven't been to the front of the park to see if Mad Mouse or anything else in that area has opened up. Anyway, Thunderhawk time. I like Thunderhawk. That's a good, solid SLC. It's the only SLC I've been on. Now, I've only been on 2, but it's the only one I've been on where you can kind of focus on the layout. A lot of forces. There's definitely a little bit of a shuffle kind of in that first valley of the drop, and then the same thing kind of after that first inversion. But it's fun. The thing with these restraints and with this SLC is just if you close it as much as you can and just keep your head pressed forward, kind of similar to corkscrew. I know some people put it as, you know, number 3, 4. I'd still say that's the second best coaster in the park. That being said, my number 1 here has not opened yet. I think I'm gonna make my way over to some food. One of my go-tos here, and it should be your go-to too, is they have the giant turkey legs, but those aren't a thing yet this season. My other go-to is the brats that they have at the beer garden, so maybe I'll head over there and see if that's open.
Enjoy your ride on
I probably haven't ridden Zach Zoomer in 12 years. I was in the back car, second to back row. There were actually a couple pops of floater airtime, but it's fun. Looking at the app, it looks like nothing has changed except corkscrew also just closed, so I'm glad I did that earlier, but corkscrew's stuck on the lift. Something slightly embarrassing that just happened was, without showing you guys, I was gonna try and sneak on to Woodstock Express just to check that out again. And I get on and we waited for about 15 minutes and then got evacuated off, all because of the exit gate. So in case you didn't know, most roller coasters have exit gates that have magnets in them so that it can sense when it's open and when it's closed, and they can't dispatch. The ride won't let it dispatch unless that gate is closed to ensure that all of the guests are out of the loading platform. You don't want a roller coaster car moving when there's still people moving around, which is fine. But I recently watched Canopy Coaster's video on Michigan's Adventure, and funny enough, he said the same thing about Wildcat, that they were having issues. I mean, this was a few years ago, but they were having issues at Wildcat. They had to dump the whole queue. They had to get maintenance over, and it was all just because that gate magnet wasn't communicating to the ride system that no one was in the loading station and that the gate was actually closed. So that's the real disappointment right there. But like I said, it's the first day a lot of this stuff is run. I don't know what they're working out with Timbers and with Wildcat, but those are kind of some of the reason to come here. There were a couple people just next to me a second ago, and they were talking about how they just made a long trek out here for Shivering Timbers, and you know, it's disappointing, but so I'll take back some of what I said about corkscrew. I just wrote it again. You just have to ride it in the front seat of that car. That was like twice as smooth. I wasn't even in the back. I think I was in the front row of the second to back car, but I got some like noticeable airtime on that drop. That was probably my best ride I've ever had on corkscrew, with one exception. You know how last time there was a train that got stuck on the lift after I rode? I was stuck on the lift this time. So 20 minutes up in the sun on the lift hill doesn't feel the best. That was a first. I just went on this again because I was walking by to maybe ride Thunderhawk once more, and I was like, oh, corkscrew's a walk-on. Here I am 30 minutes later. I was heading to Thunderhawk and I realized I just want to take a second. Park closes in half an hour. Let's just take it slow for the last bit. Don't mock my putt. I don't golf. I never claimed to be a golfer. That's you. You insinuated that upon me. I'm not a golfer. I'm just here to talk, okay? And this felt like a good way that I could talk. I hope there's no golfers watching this. You're all gonna enjoy this. You can't make that up. Obviously, I wish I could have rode Shivering Timbers today and Wildcat and Mad Mouse, but I had a wonderful Sunday. I might skip this hole. Okay, finally. I'm just gonna tell you right now, this hole looks impossible to me. I don't see how this works. I don't see how I can make this happen. Hold on. It was one of the ones where I had a couple options to go into different holes up there, but I didn't know where it would come out. If I get this now, no pressure. If I get this now, it's a birdie. No pressure. I never choke. I excel under pressure. Is it just me, or is the name Wolverine Wildcat a little bit redundant? Because there's a Wolverine. Hey, is a Wolverine even a cat? Sometimes I think those things look almost more like badgers or something. But if it is a sort of wildcat, why are you telling me? You just told me by telling me that it's a Wolverine. That's like saying a human man, right? Maybe not. These are the thoughts that I have while I'm playing mini golf alone at Michigan's Adventure on a Sunday. This is a par 3, let's take it home. You guys ready to see a hole-in-one? I feel like I've been beating around the bush for long enough. I think you're ready to see John Woods come out. Is this course ready for the hole-in-one? I don't know. I know I am, and I know you are. Oh. You saw it. You thought I completely whiffed it. You didn't see the strategy. Sending it downtown and having it come back. There you go, birdie. But yeah, man, I'm hoping to get back here in the next few weeks. 'Cause it's been a while since I've been on Shivering Timbers, and you know, that's kind of what everyone comes here for. Here we go, another birdie. Time for another birdie. Easy peasy. The easiest peasiest. The easy peas. Obviously, there's speed bumps to getting this park moving fluidly for the year, but my opinion of Michigan's Adventure doesn't change because of this. I think this is an underrated park. I think it is one of the more beautiful parks, period. Could it use more investment from Cedar Fair? Absolutely, more so than any other park in the chain. But I still think this is a gem of a place. And then also just come a little bit later in the summer when the water park is open too. That's a big hit here. It's included with admission. It's much easier to spend a whole day here if you're doing the water park and the dry park. I know this was a fairly odd video, but if you did like it, I would really appreciate if you would like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe. There we go. go this way now. All right, man, that's gonna do it. Hope you enjoyed this video of my time here at the pass holder preview for Michigan's Adventure. If you wanna see more content like this, I got more videos like this coming soon. Got more analysis and sort of video essay videos coming soon. But that's it from me. Oh, I was just gonna fill up my water. I don't have much water. Anyway, I'm John. You've been watching Mid-Course Discourse. I'll see you next time.